this Alabama team can play with anybody in the Southeastern Conference, and that was proven tonight.
In front of a packed house at Coleman Coliseum, the Alabama fans had something to cheer about all night.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Nate Oats Show, brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment, along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, our final show of the year, and we had hoped we'd be talking about a league title. Didn't quite get that secured, but still very much in command of the SEC race.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in our control, so we got to win at Mississippi State, win against Auburn. They're supposed to be letting us know who we're going to play next Saturday. But, yeah, 3 games left. Got a decent lead. Would have liked to have clinched it at Arkansas. It didn't happen. But, we put ourselves in a great spot to where we can win it. We're in complete control of our own destiny, and that's where we got to go and take care of business here.
Well, the reason you even had the chance to win the title against Arkansas outright was because of what you did against Vanderbilt. Let's get into those highlights against the Commodores. And, Coach, a very talented Vanderbilt squad, if not one that has a great record coming in.
No, they're better than what their record indicates. I've been telling people that. I think they're going to get some people here at the end. They're playing better and better every night out. I mean, they played us tough. We thought this was one of the better games. The ball moved really well for us on offense. We didn't shoot it particularly well, but I liked the way we played this game. The turnovers were down. We only had 9. Shackelford didn't shoot it great, but he got to the rim, scored a lot at the rim. So I thought we found other ways to win this game other than just making shots.
27, by the way, for Shaq, even though he didn't shoot it great, but Javon Quinterly did from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Javon's been shooting it really well for about 7 to 8 games now. I think he might be over 50% or higher. He's shooting well, so he's playing well for us on offense. He was another good game for him. He's been getting in the paint, making plays at the rim, spraying it out, making shots. So his game's picked up for us offensively.
Alex Reese also, Coach, with some big buckets for you. That's 2 of his 10 in that game, along with 3 rebounds. Again, you had Shaq with 27, but when you get a number of others at or near double figures, that's when you're at your best.
Yeah, I was really happy for Reese. This was that senior night that everybody's talked about quite a bit, where he wanted Tyler to start. So we started him along with Reese, and Reese played well. I was really happy for Alex that game.
Keon will have senior day next year, Coach, but had an assist right there. He's also been doing some good things for you.
Keon's been playing great. Been really good both sides of the ball for us. He's driving, getting the ball downhill, playing a lot better. So he's been an integral part of what we've been doing here this year. And it's good he got a nice night here on the senior night for all those seniors.
9 boards in the game for him in that matchup. You see the scoring numbers from the other 3, though. That's a 4-point game at the half. That turned out to be the margin at the end of the contest. But this is the time of year, sure, you'd like to win everything by 30, but the reality is you take your W's and move on, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get wins. You'd like to be playing better than what maybe we played there. I thought our defense wasn't as good as it needed to be, and we didn't make shots at the level we needed to. But I liked a lot of things about that game. I thought the ball moved really well, which we had to get back to, and I thought we took care of the ball. So, and Keon, like you said, 9 rebounds. He's been rebounding the ball really well for a guard for us. So he's been great for us. We got to get everybody to rebound the ball well and just get everybody playing both sides. If we can get the offense and defense both going here, heading into March, that's where we need to get to.
We saw some of the highlights. Now let's go all access on the senior day victory over Vanderbilt.
Working off of the screen, drives left side, kicks to Reese to the corner, 3, bottom, and a great way to start for the Crimson Tide. He fakes a pass left, now gives it off, 3-ball, Primo, bottom, great pass by Reese. JQ, top of the arc, 3-ball, bottom, side of the circle, nice dump off inside Rojas, lays it in for 2. Picked up by Shaq, starts the break, Shaq to Herb, steps through the lane, reverse layup is good. Shaq behind the back, sees parted, he goes down the middle and lays it in for 2. Swings it in the right corner, JQ, 3-ball, bottom, foul. Inside, Reese for the flush. Throws it over to Herb, steps into a 3, bottom, back-to-back 3s by the Crimson Tide. They'll start the break, ahead to Shaq, the step through, the floater, count it, and he's fouled.
job by Alabama. Finally got the stop they've been looking for.
Coach Oats program brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. Coach, Arkansas was an opportunity, the first opportunity you've had to win the league title outright. Unfortunately, didn't go the way you wanted in that one.
No, it didn't. You know what? We started out not making shots. Would have helped if we made some early. Didn't get ourselves to the free throw line nearly enough. You know, and then you got to figure out other ways to win the game when you're not making shots. I thought our defense, when we started missing, I thought our defense, I didn't think our effort was necessarily terrible, but we just had a lot of dumb mistakes. A lot of dumb fouls, too. I mean, the free throw discrepancy, everybody will complain it was 43-8, but there was a lot we did that, right. I mean, even if the game was called great and, went our way, we still would have shot fewer free throws than them just by the way we play. We didn't drive it hard enough, strong enough, and we had some dumb fouling three-point shooters isn't smart basketball, and we did too much of that. And, they're a good team. You can't come in and not play well and get a win at their place. So we didn't play our best game. We got to bounce back and play great against Mississippi State. But they're a good team. I'd like to see them in the SEC tournament, get another crack at them.
I think there will probably be an opportunity somewhere along the line for that, Coach. Let's get into some of the highlights. And one of the bright spots, having Jawan Gary back and available.
Yeah, no, he played well, too. I mean, he came in and gave us a big spark, and we were struggling in the first half. He came in, he got, a couple tip ends like in transition, got a tip dunk, had some big blocks. There's one for you right there. But, his energy, his rebounding, attacking the rim, getting out in transition, it was big for us. We needed his energy.
Had 9 points, but also, Coach, 9 rebounds in the game for you.
Yeah, and only like 16 minutes of play. So, I mean, he played well. Bruner was the other bright spot. It's good to see him hitting those shots. They were going to leave our bigs open. Those 4 threes he hit towards the end of the first half were huge. Cut the lead to 1, which gave us a chance to. We came out, took a 6-point lead at the beginning of the second half, and just couldn't maintain it. I think maybe his lack of playing, he just wasn't in game shape to play that many minutes because he didn't hit one in the second half. But
and the front rim misses too.
Yeah, you could just tell he wasn't in game shape like he needed to be yet. But his IQ, his energy, his leadership, like all that's great to have him back. And if we could get a better rotation going till he's in game shape to where he didn't have to play maybe as many minutes as we tried to play him last night, it'd be good. But I thought Bruner and Gary were the 2 bright spots in that game. We just got to get everybody playing well again.
Magic number was 2 to win it outright. That is still the magic number. Combination of Bama wins, Arkansas losses gets you the outright league title. Just 1 victory or loss by the Hogs gives you no worse than a share. We're going to talk about Senior Day, a special day it was when Vanderbilt was in town. That's coming up next right here on the Nate Oats Show.
I wish these seniors experienced the packed out Coleman because they deserve it. They've worked hard to turn this thing around. It's really their team, their program, and they've done an unbelievable job getting us to the level we're at. I think we're 1 win away from clinching the regular season title. So these guys deserve it. So thank you for staying. Thank you for the noise you bring. Let's make sure we keep supporting them. And I just can't say enough about the leadership these guys have brought. So roll tide.
Now please stand and give a rolling tide for the Alabama seniors.
I left one thing out. Big brother.
John Petty, guy puts a smile on a lot of people's faces with what he's done and the personality. Just one of your great seniors in that class, Coach.
Nah, he's got good personality. He's a lively kid. He can talk. He's good with people. So right. I like John a lot. He's good. He did some little insight there. I don't know, some song or something. I'm not into all that. Big blur. When he makes a 3. That's his deal in practice.
Got me, Coach. Kendall Wall, a first-year guy, 1-year guy for you.
Nah, Kendall's been great. He came with Bruner. Him and Bruner grew up together. They call each other brothers. They're not blood brothers, but they're very close. So plays really hard. He's been great for us in practice. We've even put him in some games when we had to get some stops, and he's done a really good job for us. So I'm proud of him. He's a great kid. He's right there. Him and Jordan hang out a lot together. There's that guy, BJ. BJ hitting the three.
The mean streets of Mountain Brook, Brenton Johnson.
I love Brenton's great. I mean, he's super high IQ, good kid. Makes shots. Always talks Mountain Brook, big Mountain Brook guy. Especially when he played LSU and knocked off his guy Trinan. Tyler Barnes with the made free throw.
Bank is open.
I know that was at Kentucky, because he's from Louisville. So I think Hodgson came. I think that was another Alex Reese deal. Alex made sure that we got Tyler in at the end of that Kentucky win. So Alex looking out for Tyler a couple times. So really happy, really proud of Tyler. Bruner came in, big time grad transfer for us. Really added a ton to this program. Helped build the culture we're trying to build here. Got a high IQ, makes shots. He's fit in well with the guys. I envisioned big things out of him when we recruited him, and he's been even better than that at times. I wish just he could have stayed healthy the whole year. Reese's attitude's been great this year. He's been playing hard. He's been good. He's a team guy. He's about the right things. You see him get with the dunks. He's pretty athletic. He's more athletic than sometimes he shows, and he can make shots. He's skilled. He's one of those bigs that can play on the perimeter for us. So he's been giving us big minutes, off the bench a lot. Petty, got National Player of the Week, man. That's not easy to do. So, he's one of those guys that 5-star kid that's lasted 4 years in college that I'm sure happy he has because he's been great. He's been really good for us. He brings some swagger to the team. He's always seems like he's ready, and he's always primed to go for about 8 threes. I mean, you never know when he's about to go off. Some of the shots he hits are tough shots. Those right-handed free throws are like a defining moment for Herb for me with the 17 rebounds in his left hand and a cast. So Herb's the ultimate warrior, tough guy. I think he showed his offensive game this year, which not everybody knew he had. He's always been a big-time defender. He's one of the 10 finalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. So it should be great if he could get it. Hopefully we can get on a winning streak here, which would help him get that, I think.
The numbers speak for themselves, but collectively as a group of people, I know that's the ones closest to the program. That's what you think about, especially when it's still in the infancy stages of building the program the way you want to see it.
No, I mean, we needed those seniors to do what they did. I mean, to have these guys help us build the culture. Like I tell them all the time, I'm going to be coaching for a long time. You guys have a limited time you can play. It's your team. So for them to take ownership of the team and do what they did with the team this year, these guys will be guys we talk about 30 years from now and helping get this thing built the right way and put the foundation moving forward.
As you said, you'll be coaching for a long time, and thankfully, with some news that came down last week, you'll be coaching at Alabama for a long time as well. Stay with us. We're back with more in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Coach, you're not a social media guy, but your fans are.
I didn't say that. I just took it off my phone, so I wasn't distracted during the season.
Well done on your part. Fans have been busy on social media with the Tide rolling. Blue-collar basketball, the hashtag. See what they're saying about Herb. One of 10 semifinalists for the Naismith.
It's big time. If he could win that, that's big time. I think he deserves it. I think he's the best defender 1 through 5 in the country. If we can continue to win here, and get ourselves a good seed going to the NCAA tournament, win the SEC, I think he's got a great chance to win it.
Would be fantastic to see. So too were the smiles on the faces of the seniors when you enjoyed the senior day, your last weekend game at Coleman Coliseum.
Yeah, it was great. I just wish these guys could have experienced the full Coleman. But the people that were in Coleman that day really embraced them. The whole community's embraced them.
See what you're saying. Alex Reese came to you, said he wanted to start Tyler Barnes in his place. That's pretty special.
Shows a lot about Reese and his character and what he's about, and it's about the team. He's about serving his brothers and his teammates. That's what we want to build. So I still get goosebumps thinking about it. And this video reminded me when we showed Tyler's highlights. Like Reese was the one that came up, told Hodgson, let's get Tyler in when we were up big at Kentucky because Tyler was from Louisville. So we did. So he's always looking out for his teammates. Good kid.
Really special deal. Brian Pasick, always on social media, sometimes dangerous, but a former player himself, in addition to being my broadcast partner on the network. He, like so many others, love what the seniors have done.
I'm a big fan of Pasick. He says it like it is. Kind of like me.
You guys are.
I got to watch my mouth a little bit more. He can do a little bit more of that. But no, he was. I mean, it's true though with our seniors. They did get us. I mean, we're top 10 in the country most of the year. I mean, this group of seniors will be talked about for a long time.
Right.
So it's good that people are recognizing them. It's good former players like Brian, guys like yourself, for recognizing what these seniors have done for our program.
We enjoy it quite a bit, no question about it. Let's talk about the tournament resume, Coach, and where you are right now as your team sits in a very good spot.
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I think they've got us projected to be a 2 seed right now. I think the loss to Arkansas probably hurt the chance to be a 1 seed. We'd probably have to win out, win the SEC tournament, and have somebody else lose. But if we take care of business, I think we'll end up as a 2 seed, which is the highest seed they've ever had in Alabama history, tied for the highest seed. So, anywhere up 1, 2, 3 be great. It's a lot higher than anybody would have predicted before the year. So then you just got to go in and take care of business once you get there. So those games are not easy. I've been on the other side of this. Where
Yes, you have.
14-3, 13-4, where either 13 or 14. I'd rather be the 3 or 4, but you can get upset by a 13, 14, 12 too. So we got to come in ready to play whoever they end up giving to us in that second round.
Look forward to that in a few weeks, the SEC tournament in a couple, but the remainder of the regular season in the SEC as well. And we'll talk about that when we come back and wrap things up on our final edition of the Nate Oats Show.
It's the last one for man. There's one more in here. Big brr still in the building. One more game and Big brr out.
John Petty never at a loss for words, and we will leave it at that. Coach, you got the final 2 games of the regular season that we know for certain, as you and I visit here, could be a third that'll take place, but Mississippi State and Auburn, awfully big.
Yeah, they are big. I mean, these seniors have never won at Mississippi State, so we'd like to go in there and get a win. Plus, it would clinch at least a share if we can win that one. Obviously, Auburn's big rival game back home, so we won at their place. It'd be nice to sweep them this year. If we win both those, we clinch it all by ourselves. So I told our guys we don't really want to share this title. We'd like to win it outright. So if we can get those 2, and then it looks like they're going to give us a third game. We're not sure who or where yet, but whatever that third game is, it'd be great to be on a 3-game winning streak going into a SEC tournament. So big couple games, probably 3 games, week and a half ahead of us. We just got to get back to playing really good basketball here going into tournament play.
All right, so a lot of basketball still to be played, but no more TV show.
That's disappointing.
I'll call and harass you on a Thursday for a while if you want me to.
Yeah, maybe me and Alex can meet you out for a restaurant somewhere or something. Who knows?
We'll go grab lunch. Sounds good. Coach, always appreciate you. Thanks so much, and we appreciate you joining us here on the Nate Oats Show.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.